Hello peoples, welcome back to another Brawlers Guild video, and today I'm doing rank 7 fights 1 and 2. It is rank 7, right? That does look what it is. Yes, it is. So I know what the first fight is. It's Nibbleh. He's a good classic Brawlers Guild encounter, but I don't know the other encounter in this video or the other two after that. So it has been a while. I've geared up my tune. I got all kinds of stuff, preparation, food, augment runes, flasks, everything, just to make sure I can actually do this, because the fights at this point are pretty much very hard, or they have a really tight DPS requirement. Well, not much to do now except to queue up, use flasks, prepare, and wait my spot in line. Well, that went less than optimally. I think... Oh, you get away, don't waste my cooldowns or anything like that. Alright, I'm next in line. I'm gonna fight Nibbleh. He's a snake. He starts in this corner, and he slithers towards you, dropping pools of poison on the ground as he goes. He's pretty slow, and that's what gives you the time to defeat him. I better pop my potion beforehand. And there he is. And you want to be moving backwards the whole time. So the poison that he's leaving on the ground as he moves, you don't want him to stand in it, because then he gains a stacking damage done and reduced damage taken buff, which would be very, very bad. Did I forget to use any cooldowns? Anyways, he will also drop poison pools randomly throughout the arena, which will make cutting your path through it a little more difficult, but not too bad. So all you have to do is stay alive, keep killing him, and not have him overlap with any of the poisons, otherwise he gains that buff. That's pretty much it. The trick is to maximize the amount of space and how you control which way he moves. And you're good. Potion's up, I used it. Good job, self. He is about half dead. I think I've got half the arena covered. That means I have half the arena left to use. Now there's a poison pool right there on the next trail, so I'm gonna have to move a little bit. Just like this. Okay, you're Nibbleh. Good little snake. That's right, slither on over this way. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to just forget going back and forth on the next one. Okay, come back a little more and go this way. Now, some people like to go in a spiral all around the edge of the room, but that doesn't really maximize the space. But, you know, it's fine for melee, but as a caster, you want to spend as much time standing there as possible to cast your spells. So this kind of pattern would be excellent. Is that fire right here? It is. Please kill him. Please. Now, how close was I? 865k. I think I can do it. And yeah, like I said earlier, there is a tough DPS requirement for this. You know, I think it's just luck, because there's procs and things involved with the class and spec I'm playing. Anyways, I'll just try again, and I should get it. It is pretty close. Plus, I'm a bit rusty. Alright, position in line is 1. I've got my rune, I've got my food, I got my flask, got my buffs, and maybe some other things I don't know that I don't have. I'm gonna try to enter from stealth, because my shoulder legendary gives me a buff to crit chance from stealth, and I need all the help I can get for this. Alright, there he is. Stab him in the face with our crit chance. Awesome. And apply our dots. Good. I used my potion. Also good. Alright. Now I just have to do everything just like last time, except with a little more damage, and the fight is mine. Die, Nibbleh, you little snaky snake. Yes. More poison bombs. That is a very high damage ability, but it's really proc based because of, well, that's just how it works. Stab him in the face, stab him again. It is pretty easy, you just have to move a lot. He's got a decently sized hitbox for melee, So you don't have to be right up next to him. But you also can't be super far away or stand still. Now, I'm going to have to kite him around this. There we go. Just a little more. Then we can go back the other way. There we go. That's a little tricky, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the kind of thing that you would have to deal with when you're fighting Nibbleh on, well, on your own. Can I... Well, I guess I'm going to try to kite him around this thing. It's not at the end of the world if I can't. Oh, that is very close, but I did it. Okay, now I kind of missed out on reapplying my potion buff, but, well, there's nothing I can do about it now. Except stab him in the face. I got a decent number of poison bomb rocks. Maybe this will get me that 800k I needed. Okay. We are at 3 million. I should reapply Rupture. I really, really should. Oh, this is going to be close. Yes! Haha! Suck it, you little serpent. Excellent. So, geez, that was very close. And yeah, like I said, sort of proc-based because of my spec. Here, I'll show you. Whenever I use Envenom, it has the chance to spawn a vial of poison at the target's location, dealing pretty much, what is that? 4 points of Rupture in 3 seconds, so a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. Alright, now for rank 7 fight 2, whatever it is, before my buffs go away and they go to waste. And you're dead. It's a pretty cool fight. Okay, up to me again to fight the Serpent of Old. I also didn't mention his, well, what killed me. Like, he launches little serpent bombs, and after a while they just explode and one-shot you for, what was it, 4 million damage? Yeah, so don't stand in the bad stuff, but stand next to the totems. I'm gonna stand next to this one and probably kite around roughly the outside of the arena. Hey, come over here. Stab you in the face. Okay, watch out for poison bombs. There's one. Don't stand in that. Come over here. What's his hitbox like? Yeah, that's fine. I can just kite him like I did Nibbleh. I think the time for his buffs to fall off should be okay. And I got decent sustain with my leeching poison. Should be fine. Gotta reapply Rupture now. Now let's see, what kind of buffs does he get? I think damage done, 1 is a heal over time. Let's see, damage taken, damage done, healing, haste, and movement. I'm probably gonna lose because I took all the time not pushing buttons to read those. I gotta keep you here for a couple seconds more because that buff didn't fully fall off. Okay, let's pop our evasion. Well, this is miserable because I am really slacking on applying Rupture. There it is. Well, he's only 47%, and I'm pretty sure that the fight is going to last longer than the time I have. Yeah, this is good. I think kiting him along the outer edge of the arena is a good way to do this, because it gives good amount of time to defeat him. Or, I mean, for the buffs to fall off. And because I was doing too good on, you know, I was reading and talking and looking at buffs, then I probably won't kill him in time. But this is good practice. Come on. Use my potion. Well, the enrage timer is pretty good. Yeah, I think I got this next time. And I wasn't keeping track of his buffs, but this one, that totem did fall off by the time I got back to it again. Alright, this time I got it for sure. I will focus super hard on actually doing the fight instead of talking about it. Okay, finally my turn again. Position is line 1. I'm up next, and apparently I've been like phased into some other instance of the Brawl Arena, and so there's like a total of 7 or 8 people in line now. It just takes longer to get to my spot. Now I'm going to focus and do everything right. Yeah, that's right. Face the wrath of me. Okay, get out. There it is. Stab him with the poison. Keep him in there if possible. Okay, now I don't see him throwing anything at those bombs. They just explode on their own. Okay, 30 seconds till I can use potion again. Garrote is ready. Reapply. Excellent. Don't bring him to green. What are you talking about? I can bring him wherever I want. Oh, he means the green totem. Oh, that's fine, as long as I only leave him there for a little while. The amount healed is just enough to DPS through, I guess. But then if I don't do that, I would have to spend like a third more time than I do. See, I'm talking and I missed my potion rebuff. Hopefully it wasn't too long before I noticed that. I would have to spend longer at other totems, and I don't know if it would be any harder. Maybe you would want to try that if your DPS isn't so good, but then you need extra survivability. Okay, now how's his buffs doing? Excellent. He's not surviving. Let's pop evasion. Let's pop potion, because I had a free second there. King's Bane. There we go. Doing pretty good this time around. I'd say I've got this. Gotcha. Yes. Excellent. Well, there you have it. Rank 7, Fight 1 and Fight 2. Fight 1 was Nibbleh and Serpent, classic Brawlers Guild fight. He starts in this corner, he follows you slowly, spitting poison throughout the arena, and if he stands in any poison, he gains a stacking damage done and reduced damage taken buff. He also leaves poison as he travels, so you want to maximize the way you move throughout the arena and stuff like that. For example, you don't want to clear across halfway and then only have half the arena to work with, and then have the rest of this empty, and if you need extra space, you will have no choice but to kite him across the poison line over here. That's bad. So what I did, I just did S pattern like this, and I kited around the poison pools as needed. And it was very close, but I managed to kite him around a poison pool that was always next to the wall. You might want to try that if you're feeling lucky. It is a little easier to do that these days than it used to be, because it gave him like 50% reduced damage taken and 100% increased damage done. But now it's like 10% reduced damage taken and maybe 5% damage done stacking, so it's a lot easier to deal with. That's it for Nibbleh, and rank 7 fight 2 was the Serpent of Old. I guess they're called Serpent Totems. Well, 4 Serpent Totems pop up throughout the corners of the arena. Serpent of Old just melees you, and he tosses down like snake bomb things. After a while they explode. They're clearly marked by green circles. Just don't stand in them by the time they go off. And I found it... oh yeah, each totem gives him a buff. What is it? Haste and movement. Health regen, damage done, and damage taken. Well, reduced damage taken. And the way the fight works is if you hold him at one totem too long, then that buff will stack up so far that it will be impossible to deal with, and he'll defeat you. So what you gotta do is kite him slowly around all the totems, and so by the time the first totem buff falls off, you will be like around here and hopefully not here. So hopefully it'll fall off by the time you get around to it again. Just pretty easy. As for casters, I haven't thought about what they would do there. Probably the same thing, like between casts, I guess you would move out of the poison circles and just do it that way. Just keep an eye on his buffs and make sure you're kiting at a decent speed. That's all I have to recommend for that. Oh, and rank 7 in general, you really want flasks and potions and watch your buffs and play really well and all kinds of things, because the rage timers are super close. Okay then, well, this has been Brawler's Guide for rank 7 fight 1 and 2. If you like this video, if you like snakes and Serpents of Old with totems, leave a like. And if you want to follow along with well, I guess the last video in this series, or see other stuff on my channel, feel free to subscribe or check out my playlists. Okay, next time is rank 7, fights 3 and 4. The fourth one is rated tier, and number 3, I don't know. I hope it's an old one. So, until then, peace well, stay well, and farewell.